What's good, everybody? It's your boy Dominique back once again with the Let's Talk Tuesday First Amendment podcast. I'm back again, yet again, on another Tuesday. I'm here to talk about things that you don't want to talk about. We're going to get some people to come on in tonight. Got a few things that I want to talk about, some do's, some don'ts, some myths, some legends. Y'all know what it is. Tonight on the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday, the topics is do's, don'ts, myths, legends, etc. Free for all discussion. Bring me your questions. You can ask me anything. I want y'all to comment in the comment section below. Thank you for tuning in, everybody, to the Let's Talk Tuesday First Amendment podcast. If you want to check out my social media platform, check out my IG at Dominic29. That's where I'm at on the IG full time. Check me out over here on the YouTube at DOMANICK. And also hit up my Snapchat where I'm there also as well full time on the Snap of the Chat. That's what I'm talking about. How's everybody doing today? It's your boy Dominic once again on the Let's Talk Tuesday First Amendment podcast. I'm waiting on a few more people to come on in here so we can talk about some things. This is what we're going to be talking about tonight. Some do's, some don'ts, some myths, some legends. I know what it is. That's how I do it every Tuesday. Ain't nothing changed. I'm here every Tuesday. So I'm going to wait on some people to come on in. Some people want to say they want to check me out on the YouTube, on the gram. Y'all do what that do. But guess what? I'm here every Tuesday. We're going to talk about some myths, some legends, and all those great things. Let's see here. She said, what's your YouTube? So I got somebody want to hit me up on the YouTube. If you can hear me say, give me a thumbs up. If you can't hear me, say no. So we're going to put, what is my YouTube? My YouTube is Dominic McKinney-Ill. Dominic McKinney-Ill. And on IG. I'm getting ready to tap into my IG people. I thank y'all for tuning in to the Let's Talk Tuesday First Amendment podcast. How's everybody doing today? We're going to wait on a couple of more people to come on in to the do's and don'ts. Some myths, some legends. I'm going to talk about a little bit of everything tonight. You know, some things that are in my spirit, in my shondo to talk about. But I'm going to talk about it anyway because y'all know I can. I'm rude. I'm just that asshole. I am going to talk about it tonight. She said, what is going on here? But I'm getting ready to stream on the IG and everything like that. But thank everybody for tuning in to the Let's Talk Tuesday First Amendment podcast. I'm your boy Dominique, the host with the most. Waiting on my Facebook to chime on in. What is going on with the Facebook? Can you see me on the book, y'all? Yes, you are live. It says you are live. Why ain't I live on my book? I can't even see myself. Normally, I can see myself on my page. But I'm wondering why I can't see myself now. But we're going to make this happen, y'all. I thank everybody for tuning in to the Let's Talk Tuesday First Amendment podcast. I got to be live because I'm on here. There I go. There I go. There I go. Uh-oh. If you can hear me on here, give me a thumbs up. Give me a shout out. You know, I'm going to surprise some people tonight with some random acts of kindness. I decided that I was going to do that, and I'm going to do that yet again. We're going to do some random acts of kindness. Let's see here. I'm going to go and put this up on the ticker below and see what everybody's talking about. I'm going to do some random acts of kindness. Let me see how many people is on here. Bam. Random acts of kindness. So this is what you got to do. Cash App only. Let me see how many. You got to share this. You got to put it in here. You got to let everybody know that we are on the Let's Talk Tuesday First Amendment podcast. I'm here every Tuesday to talk about the things that you don't want to talk about. I got some random acts of kindness. So I got a comment from my girl. April says, hey, how you doing? Let's see. April says, hey, how you doing? I am doing quite well, April. I appreciate you for tuning in to the Let's Talk Tuesday First Amendment podcast. We are going to talk about some things tonight, some myths, some legends, some do's, some don'ts, some things, you know. I'm streaming on the YouTube, so check out my YouTube page, which is Dominic McKinney-Ill. We're going to go ahead and tune this in real quick. Let me show y'all what my statutes are. So this is my Snapchat. Hit me up on the Snapchat. Hit me up on the YouTube, and also hit me up on the IG, because this is the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday. I am going to put this up here, and I'm going to leave this up here for right now. So we're going to do some random acts of kindness, y'all. Cash App only right here, $9.50 and at 10:05. You got to be present in order to get it done. If you are not present on this show, you will not be getting those random acts of kindness. People say, what are the random acts of kindness? Well, you got to be on the show to understand what the random acts of kindness. The random acts of kindness is where I'm going to go ahead and cash up somebody live on the show. That's what I do. I am going to cash up somebody live on the show. This is what we do. Now, right now, I'm going to stream on the Instagram. We're going to talk about some do's and some don'ts. I got another comment on here. Let's see what this other comment is on here on my page. She said, nice, thank you. So what I need y'all to do is I need y'all to go on and share this. You know, she put hers up. That's what I'm talking about. You know, you don't never know what's going to happen on the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast. You know, like I said, we do this. You know, we're going to be doing random acts of kindness. Random acts of kindness. I'm on the YouTube, y'all. So random acts of kindness. She said, I have a Halloween party on April 27th at my gym. So April says she's having a Halloween party. What's up, Henry and Graphics? I appreciate you for tuning in, man, on the Instagram, man. She says, I'm having a Halloween party here October 27th, 5 p.m. at my studio. So go on and put that in there, April. Put the address and stuff in there, and we're going to shout that out all week on the page right now. If you can hear me okay, April, go on and put a thumbs up in there. Let me know what's going on if you can hear me correctly. And let me know what's going on. I'm going to go ahead and like her post if you can hear me. She said, nice, how you doing? Who says, SO Music, how you doing _ I'm on the Instagram. This is the Let's Talk Tuesday First Amendment podcast. We're going to talk about some do's and some don'ts and some things like that. We're going to talk about a lot of things tonight. Waiting on a couple more people to come on in. So this is like a free-for-all discussion of what we're going to be talking about today. Here's some of the things that we're going to be talking about. What? Who's that? What's up, Osman? On the page. What's good, homie? I do appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in on the Instagram. Hit me up on Facebook at Dominic McKinney Eel. That's DOMANICK, the number MCKINNEY/Eel. You can be on the show. I can send you a link. We can get you on here. So my question of the day, I'm going to create a new ticker and a new banner. Let's see. He sent me a request. My bad, y'all. I'm doing multiple things at the same time. What happened to my live? The live feed went down, but I'm back again. So what can I do to make this show better? That's the thing. What can to make this show better? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this down at the bottom. Is what can I do to make this show better? These are just some random thoughts of mine because I've been doing this for about 6 months, you know, and I want to know what I can do with my fans. You know, I get about 600 views every week. You know, what can I do to make this show better? I want to see some comments below. Tell me what you think, what I can do to make this show better. Thank you for the thumbs up, April. I appreciate it that y'all can hear me clearly. I want to know what can I make this show, what we can do to make this show better. April's having a Halloween party over there on October 27th at Extreme Explosion Studios, 4327 Troost Avenue, Kansas City, Missouri. And that's 64111. Doors open at 5 p.m. That's great that she's having a Halloween party for kids, you know, a safe place for the kids to be at and stuff like that. That is so dope, April. What we're going to do is I'm going to tag this on here, April, and I'm going to make sure that everybody knows about this right here. That'll just be my gift to you. So what can we do to make this show better? I'm inquisitive. I want to know, what do you want to see? Do you want to see more guests? Tell me what you want to see. I need to know. I need to know if you want to see more pranks. You want to see, because I got a lot of stuff in mind. So what I got coming up here shortly, next week, hopefully I get it together. I got a single show coming up where we're going to be asking some raw and uncut questions for people that are single. And then here's the thing, y'all. This ain't going to be just no regular panel, right? This is going to be questions that are raw and uncut. These are going to be questions that may hurt some people's feelings, but I think it's going to be necessary. So April said we need more guests. All right, April, since you want more guests, I'm going to challenge you right now, April. Don't you go no. I hope you're at home, April, because I am about to put you on the spot. April, I am about to send you a link, and I'm going to put you on here, April, since you said something, April. Watch what I'm about to do to April real quick. Let me see what she's going to do. I'm going to put April on here since we need more guests. April, I hope that you got your computer ready. Thank you for sharing the video, April. But I'm about to send April a request and get her on the show. See, since we need more guests, y'all. That's what she said we needed. We need more guests, y'all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite some people up here on the yard, on the stream line, to let some people know. She says, I'm at home. Well, good, April. I just sent you a request. You can do it on your phone, and you can do it on your computer. I sent you a link. Let's go on board. We're going to talk about your things. This is like a free-for-all, y'all. I want everybody to be on here. People say we need more guests, so we're going to have more guests on here. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in to the Let's Talk Tuesday First Amendment podcast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start tagging some people in here. Yeah, because y'all know that's what I do. What can I do to make this show even better and better and better and better? That's what we do. So I'm waiting on April to tag on in. I'm going to get her up in here and see if she want to talk about her show. I am going to add some more people on here. This is the wrong way of doing it. But I'm going to do a watch party, and I'm going to start adding some people on here. We're going to share and start a watch party. We're going to start a watch party right now, since I finally figured out how to do the watch party. What can we do to make this show better, people? So this is the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast, where I'm here every Tuesday to talk about things that you don't want to talk about. That's just what we do, y'all. So I'm starting the watch party. Uh-oh, April's on here. I got the switch cameras, y'all. Let me put the microphone on so April can come on here. And what she's going to do is tell us about her dance studio and all that good stuff. I hope April is ready for what's about to go down. I put my headphones on, y'all. I got the switch up on the mic and the camera. We're going to go to the audio section. And we are about to take out this microphone. April, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, now I got April on the show. I had to put my hand.
That was that scares me every time you do that.
What are you talking about?
You make me jump.
How are you talking, April? I'm just trying to get you on the show so we can talk about this Halloween party, April, and what's going on.
Yeah, so it's October 27th. Doors open at 5:00. We're gonna have free food, free drinks. We're gonna have a costume contest, dance contest. We'll have 7 different game booths where they can play different games. Yeah, just to have fun, keep them safe. There's gonna be a lot of candy, so I hope the parents are not gonna be too upset when they go home with a whole bunch of candy.
So that means I can come and beat up the little kids for the candy, right?
I'm trying to see if we can do in the back where a bunch of cars can park back there, and they could do like a little trunk or treat, maybe.
Okay, that's what's up. You know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk to my Cypher organization. You know, my Track and SUV club, and we're gonna see what about doing a trunk or treat back there. If you can get that done, let me know. And what I'll do is I'm gonna bring up the big trucks with all the rims and stuff, and we're gonna fill our trunks full of candy and let the kids come through and play. What day is that on? You said the 27th. What day is that of the week?
Tuesday.
That's on a Tuesday.
Yes.
What time are you starting?
5 o'clock till 8:30.
Yeah, I'll be at work.
Ooh,
I'll be at work. You know what? I might take off though. I'm gonna see if I can take off to get it out there, to go out there and do some trunk or treating with the kids.
You have your podcast on Tuesday. What are you talking about?
Girl, this podcast is mobile. All I need is internet. And I can do my podcast. I got a camera too. So I can do a podcast. But you said from 5 to 8, that means I can record some footage and go on and put it on the show. We can broadcast live.
Yeah, that'd be nice too.
I'm trying to be mobile with mine.
Price for kids to get in, it is $2 donation and $4 for adults.
$4 for adults, okay. You know I'm fat, so I'm gonna pay for two adults. So I'm jacking some candy. It's just straight out. I'm getting some candy. I'll fight a little kid for the candy. There ain't no two ways about it.
I don't know. My dance team loves to fight, so.
You know what? I ain't scared. Yeah, we gonna have this. What's that show on Lifetime? With Miss we can have a dance battle. I ain't scared. I go get my crew.
Oh, see, I'm gonna go tell them that one on Thursday because we have practice Tuesdays and Thursdays, so they're gonna be ready to dance.
They're gonna be ready to dance. That's all right. That's what I'm talking about. I will come there. I'm not putting on no tight leotards or no stretch pants. You know now. I'm coming in.
I'm gonna be Elvira, Mistress of the Dark.
Oh Lord, I think I'm gonna come in there with my Air Maxes on. Let them know I get down on. I used to like 20 years ago. You know, but I'll take them on. Ain't nobody scared of them because they think they can do something. I ain't scared of y'all.
Oh my God.
So how is it, being a business owner, you got the dance studio and everything going on. How is that going with this pandemic and stuff? I mean, is it hurting your business or what's going on?
It's definitely hurting my business. Being that we could only have up to 10 kids in a class now. Before it was only 5.
But
trying to keep them because they're kids. They want to play with their friends. They want to have fun. And dancing with the mask on is very hard. You get winded. The kids get sweaty. They can't breathe. So we have to take a lot more breaks than what we would do on a regular class schedule.
Okay. So is the kids kind of like upset? How are the kids doing with this, knowing, that they have all these restrictions as far as dancing, social distancing, constantly, sanitizing your hands in the area, dancing with the mask. I know as parents and as a teacher, we have to go with the flow of things. But as a kid, how are the kids going through this?
They're actually a lot more smarter than you think. They're a lot more intelligent. I have to ask the parents, did you wash your hands after they come out the bathroom? I really don't have to ask my kids that because they're automatically like, I need hand sanitizer. They're already programmed in their head. No matter if they wash their hands in the bathroom or not, they have to ask Miss April for the hand sanitizer because that's what we're training them to do because we want them to be safe. We don't want them, spreading germs and,
So has this pandemic hindered like the competition scene, them being competitive and stuff like that? So y'all still going to competitions?
We are. November the 15th, 14th, 15th, and 16th, we will be in St. Louis, Missouri for our first competition. And they're so structured now. Like before, I would have to go in and go to seminars and, now everything is virtual. They have each team can allow one parent per student into the arena while they're competing. So nobody else can be in there. And then the 4 judges are like way, way back. So they're not anywhere near the kids. The stage is set up to where they have only the certain competition team there at a time. So it's very protected and they protect the kids so well.
Okay, so they're practicing a lot of the social distancing
Yes,
and things like that.
Yes, and then when it comes to award ceremonies, it is through like this, a Zoom meeting. And then
Really?
all teams get together and be on the Zoom meeting, and then they announce the winners and scholarship winners. These kids can win scholarships for college.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you guys have a lot of support as far as from the community and the organization and stuff like that.
No, we don't. We do not. That's one thing I'm working on right now with a couple of other partners. See, I'm a nonprofit, and my nonprofit is to keep kids safe and out of trouble. So basically, we have a lot of group homes and foster homes that come through our doors.
Okay.
So yeah. So, but the community, they're very not willing to want to participate in. This last fundraiser I did. We got a lot of people out there, but I would have liked more from the community.
Okay. So, what it sounds like you need some help. And, we all for trying to help the babies grow and stuff like that. We just, my cyber organization just did a community barbecue where we were giving out free food to the public over there at Harris Park and stuff. Mm-hmm. It was an okay turnout. I think. Okay, before I give my opinion, what do you think is the biggest issue on the lack of community support in something like this? Because you would think when it's dealing with children, and these are babies, this is our future, that everybody would be on board, to support it. So what do you think is the biggest issue on why there's not a lot of community support?
It just this pandemic, I think a lot has to do with it. The businesses are not making the money that they used to. The big corporations, like we used to get Macy's, a lot of times would donate a lot of stuff to us. Same thing with JCPenney's. Now a lot of those stores are going out of business. They're downsizing, so they can't, contribute to their budgets anymore.
So what about? I'm talking about as far as like parents. Because you would think, and this I know when I was growing up, and I'm an 80s baby, I was born in 79, and I just told my age, right? But don't tell nobody, I'll be 41 next year. So when I was growing up,
you're younger than I am.
Don't tell nobody. I just said don't tell nobody.
I didn't say I was, yeah.
So when I was growing up, we had activities like the Boys and Girls Club, and there was a lot of community support from the, local churches, and the people in the community used to go support the events, not just the businesses alone, but the businesses is just one part. But we as a community, we used to put our money together to help fund these activities, whether it be like a barbecue or car wash or, it'd be a fish fry. If we knew that, like you said, your dance studio was raising money to go to St. Louis, and you had the car wash, whether we would need our car wash or not, we go do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We would donate soap and stuff like that. I'm seeing nowadays that there's not even that from the community.
No,
not just the businesses, but from the community, the people itself. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. It's here is very different from where I'm from. From where I'm from, we do that. We go have car washes. People will stop and just say, here's $1 or $2, or and say we don't need our car wash, but here's $2, But out here, we can stand out there for hours and people just drive by. We had an old lady flip us off one time and told us to get out the street.
So you had the old lady, she just drove by and flipped y'all. Yeah, that's crazy.
I was like, wow.
At least you could have got a car wash. I wouldn't mind you flipping me off, but come get your car wash or something.
Right? She was probably late for the liquor store. She was probably going to get something to drink.
Late for the liquor store. Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know. I just would like more of a turnout when we do events. Come see these kids perform. They're not. I'm not trying to say anything about any other organizations out here, but our kids, they work their butts off, and they're not in the most ideal situation. I have one parent who's a foster mom of 6 kids,
Oh
you know.
my.
So she brings them all the time. Me personally, I go pick up 5 kids by myself because their parents can't afford transportation or get them to the studio. So, so I go pick up 5 of them by myself.
Yeah, see, that's how it was when I used to do when I lived in New York. I used to play Pop Warner football, which is like an inner city
Mm-hmm.
football league, and the parents used to go. It was calls being made. Hey, is such and such okay? Do they need a ride?
Mm-hmm.
And it was. I remember Barack Obama always said no child left behind.
Yeah.
And that's how I grew up in that area where it was no child left behind. My great grandfather was a pastor of a church, and he was always picking up somebody in his old beat up station wagon. And when he had went places to go preach or to speak, he took the whole church.
Right.
We would consistently have fundraisers, events, and things like this to raise money to make sure that everybody went and had the same experience. You just didn't go and this person is going out to eat, but you at the hotel eating peanut butter and jelly because it wasn't in the budget. They made sure everybody had the same experience and stuff. And as a child, I kind of miss that, and I don't see that a lot. Now I know for me, I can honestly say that part of the problem for me is sometimes I just don't want to deal with these young kids because there's no respect. There's a lack of respect. It's babies raising babies. So the respect is gone. The integrity is gone. The disrespect is at an all-time high. And it really makes you want to wash your hands of them. But at the end of the day, this is our future.
There's one thing I'm not going to do, and I've already told my kids this, especially the ones that are in the group homes. This is a privilege to be here. If you don't want to be here, there's the door. There's another student that can be taking your place. And actually, I got a phone call from one of my very first kids that was in my program in California, and she now dances for a major artist. And she was like, I just want to thank you because if your program wasn't there, I would have ended up like my mom and my dad, and dad would have been on drugs or pregnant, So that's what makes me keep going, because there is times where I want to, throw in the towel, and it's not because of the kids, it's because of the parents. Because the parents, they think I'm a babysitter. They think I've had to actually tell parents don't bring your kids back, especially with the babies. Like for me, I'm very protective of my kids, and there's no reason why you should leave your 5-year-old with me and then go run down the street to do whatever you're going to do. God forbid if something bad were to happen where she got hurt or somebody else got hurt, she needs to be there.
So what you're saying is you're not running a daycare, you're running a dance studio.
Yes.
Okay, I get you. I understand.
But for the most part, most of my parents are very helpful. Like today, they were asking, when is the next fundraiser? What am I making? So I'm very lucky in that sense. But I want more kids. I want more kids. My dance studio right now, we're not charging the kids to come to dance classes because of the pandemic. We know that the parents are struggling, and that's my job to start getting sponsors and people donating so that way we can stay in business. But most of the time, like my dance studio doesn't pay my bills, and that's not why I'm in business. I'm in business to keep for the community and to help kids stay off the street. Now, my makeup company is where I make all of my money, and that's where I'm able to, feed my son because I'm a single mom of an autistic child. So that's where I make my money.
So yeah, I'll be seeing your videos with the makeup line. I don't know a damn thing about makeup. I'm just gonna stay down honest with you. I don't know nothing about the makeup. I'll be watching them and I'll be like, yeah, she is so right. What the hell did she put on? I had to go back and watch it to tell everybody about you. I'm so serious. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't know damn thing about the makeup, So tell everybody about your makeup line.
My makeup line was actually inspired by my dance kids, because when you are a performer, there's certain things you have to have, and makeup is one of them. When you're doing competitions, that's a whole package: your uniform, your dance, and your makeup. That's what you're being judged by. So when I started doing makeup, it was for my dance kids to make them all look as a unit. And we have different nationality children, so we have to still all make them look the same. They're all different, but we all have to look as a team. So that's how I actually ended up starting to do makeup, was for my dance kids.
Okay.
So now 10% of my proceeds go to my dance academy.
Okay. That's what's up. Because Tyler Martin on my watch page said, he said, that's what's up, baby. We're giving these kids hope for the future, but at the same thing, teaching them that they have to work to keep up the opportunity. Things don't come free. And I understand that.
No, and that's why they fundraise. They have to go out there and do those car washes, those bake sales. When they're doing the bake sales, they make the baked goods. We had some of our teenagers came to my house, and the two moms and the kids all made peach cobbler.
Well, that's what's up.
Yeah, and then I have an internship for my cosmetic line. The girls that love to do makeup for my dance team come to my house, and we do lives, and they sell their makeup. They sell their packages, and that's how they have to get their uniform money. Because you're right, there is nothing for free, and that's what we teach them. Just for one competition cost me $1,700 to enter them into that competition. And that's not including uniforms and travel costs. That is just
travel, food. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have some relatives of mine that are into the dance thing, and they are expensive. Good Lord.
They are.
My goddaughter, every time I look up, she's on a trip going somewhere, and it's costing me money. Like, she's like, I need $100 for what? You just got back. She's like, well, we going again. We won. When you gonna lose? So you can stay home.
Oh, and that's one thing I do not play when it comes to my dance. I always tell them, I'm a very big competitor, but I always tell them, if you're going to give me your 100% and you don't place, then I'm proud of you. But if you go out there and you half-ass it, I'm going to be pissed. So as long as they give me their 100% and they tried, I'm good with that.
Okay, so, all right, so let me ask a question. So I watched the show, I can't think of it, with the black lady that got the dance competition, the dancing dolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I watched the show to kind of watch the highlights, because I wanted to see how competitive this world really was, because I'm seeing it from an outside perspective. Is it really that violent and that critical as people think it is?
There is one thing that my kids have to sign a contract, even though their classes are free. They have to sign that contract. And there is a clause in my contract that we do not, at any point, will you be disrespectful to anybody. And that is another team. That is me. And that is other parents. Because you get dance moms that will start fights. And I'm not dealing with that. That's just not something that I deal with. I will be in jail and I will lose my business because I don't deal well with people that do that crap. It's stupid. But a lot of that stuff is staged because I used to work for dance moms. I created 3 pieces and I walked away because of the way the lady talked to those kids. Me personally.
So you talking about, okay, dance moms was the one with the big lady with with the crazy hair, looked like Miss Doubtfire in her younger years.
Yes.
Yeah, that girl, she was retarded. I stopped watching it. I stopped watching that show because of the way she was talking to the kids and to the moms. I started watching the other show because they concentrated more on the dance aspect.
Yeah.
Even though the moms was a little crazy, but Miss D was checking the moms.
Yeah,
she told them, you can take you and your child, and y'all can both go to hell.
Exactly.
I was like, oh, girl, I ain't mad at you. I do the same thing.
That's me. I don't deal with drama and I don't deal with BS. This is a privilege for you to be here because my program is free. Like,
Right.
I don't have to deal with that. Why should I when I'm teaching your kid and for free?
Absolutely.
You know,
there got to be some standards and some respect around it. You better tell them put some respect on your name. That's what the hell they need to do. And if they don't, you call me. You know I be folk up for a living on the weekend.
right?
Now, if it's on during the week, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I work from home. You know, you cancel on the weekend, I'll be the highlighter. That's when I do my security. It's on the weekend and stuff. I mean,
yeah, but back to the respect. The respect is taught at home. So if you're gonna get a kid that's disrespectful, 10 times out of 10, their parent is very disrespectful. If that makes any sense.
Absolutely. It starts at home, and I think that the parents should make sure that when your children go out, that they are not only representing the home life, but they represent everybody that know them. Because I got nieces and nephews and little cousins and stuff, and I let them know when you go out in them streets, man, they know you related to me. Yeah, they know we don't act like that. So why would you go out there and put yourself in a position? Because we're gonna find out. As an adult, I see how my parents found out about half the crap that I did because I thought I was getting away with some stuff.
You thought you were slick.
When I get home, they knew what happened, who happened to, and they didn't waiting on me to lie. My mama just sitting there and can't think of which belt should I use today to whip his ass because I just know he gonna lie. And it's crazy because
I can't lie.
Right, because it's crazy now because I'm looking at now as my nieces and my nephews and my little cousins and stuff like that. I'm like, you just gonna sit here and lie to me? Like really? But okay. So what's the age group for your dance studio?
We train them at our ballet starts at 4. We have a teeny tots program that is 4, 5, and 6, and then they start for like the hip hop, jazz, ballet, and drill team are all 5 to 18.
5 to 18. Mm-hmm. Okay. I think I'm gonna roll with the teeny tots because I'm not a dancer no more. Right. I'm gonna need to start from the beginning. So me and the babies is going.
Going back to what you were talking about, dancing dolls and stuff like that, I've actually had people pull out their kids here in Kansas City because I do not teach twerking. First of all, I went to college to be a teacher and to be a dance teacher, and I went to school for business. I wasn't taught to twerk. I'm not a twerker. I may be able to dance some cumbias or something, but I'm not a twerker. I actually had.
So you can wait a minute. Hold on, just a second here. I'm a musician, and I just want to. Mm-hmm. You said you can dance cumbia.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, but I'm not a twerker.
Okay. Oh yeah, we'll get to the twerking in just a second. If anybody knows about Latin music, they know that cumbia gets you in trouble. That's just all I'm saying. Cumbia get you pregnant.
No, it don't. Not anymore.
That's because we in a pandemic. It's social distancing.
You gotta look at yourself.
I know about the cumbia, but I just seen grown men and be like, look, they tell their wife, look, I'm just gonna go home, pack my stuff now because it just ain't gonna happen. Just dance.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying the cumbia, the fandango, the cha-cha-cha, the merengue. Look, girl,
those are all partner dances, but I'm talking about I was technically trained like ballet, jazz, tap, stuff like that. Hip hop came a lot later.
So what you're saying is you got skills on the dance floor.
I can dance, yes, and I've been in movies and commercials and stuff like that back in the day.
We're on the lightness then. Let us know, cause I got Google and YouTube right here. Tell me where we can go right now.
I was an extra in Save the Last Dance. I was
hold on, time out. Save the Last Dance with the big head black boy and the white girl that I remember Save the White Dance. I can't think of that girl name for nothing.
I can't either. I can't even remember. Something
Wait,
side.
so what scene was you in that you was an extra?
We did a lot. I was a teenager in the school. I played one of the teenagers in the school. Then I was in the nightclub. Yeah, just a bunch of different scenes in the movie in general.
I'm actually gonna go and watch that movie.
And there's not too many like girls that were in that movie, so you can point me out. So
I am gonna be I'm gonna be sitting there like this.
Okay, listen.
There she go.
Also, like
there she go.
I know, and then because I was, during the movie we got to sit in and watch different scenes. Not a lot of people know this, but his dance double was a white boy.
Really?
Really. If you slow it down, like if you pause it in certain sections, you can see them double out and you can see the white boy.
See, now I got something to do this weekend.
Do it and then tell me, because you'll laugh, because we used to laugh all the time. We're like, how the hell are they going to do that? Like,
look, the sad part about it is I'm going to watch it. Not only watch it, I'm going to download the movie, freeze frame the clip, and then play it on the show. So you was on Save the Last Dance. What other stuff was you on?
You Got Served. I was in the first scene, all girl group.
You Got Served. With the little bad, immature people? No, B2K, whatever.
B2K and Marcus Houston.
Yeah. So you was
in the first scene, the all girl group. I had red hair, curly red hair.
I do remember the girl. I'm writing this down. I'm gonna still be looking.
Those were my young days. That was like 10 plus years ago.
What that mean?
That means I'm old.
That don't mean. So I got Tyler's here. Tyler says, how you are determined. She says, how do you determine what class kids should be in? Is it based off their age? He said, my daughter's in dance, and when we enrolled her, she was automatically placed in ballet and tap. Trust me when I say my daughter is a hip-hop dancer. I'm just curious. I just want to understand it from a professional perspective. So how do you determine where to place the kids, or do you actually just teach them everything?
No. Basically, ballet is your fundamental. That is going to teach you everything you need to know. So say like you're a football player. They're not just going to throw you in and say you're a quarterback. You got to play different positions first and be trained to do those other things. So when you dance hip hop, you got to know how to turn. You got to know how to, do certain things. So ballet is going to teach you your turns, your spotting, your technique. It's going to teach you all that. Then you can advance to going to hip hop. They can still come to our beginning hip hop classes. We're not telling them they cannot. But at the same time, we want them to take those fundamental classes so they can learn how to learn those other techniques. Because if you can't turn and know how to spot, you're going to get dizzy and fall on your face.
Okay, so basically, no matter who comes in, they're going to learn the fundamentals of and the fundamentals of dance is ballet, is what you're saying, right? So they got to learn the le parfait and the turn and all them French words with the turning and they put their toes all like that and stuff. Then they move on to the other skill levels and stuff.
I mean, we have kids that don't like it and they just go straight to hip hop, but those are the kids that are just doing it recreationally. The ones that are really competitive, we have to have them take those classes because they're on a competitive level.
Okay.
So say they're just coming in just to have fun and they want their kids to have some extracurricular activities, then they can take a hip hop class. Because they're not competing. But when you get onto that competitive level, you have to have all of those fundamentals.
Okay, do you teach adults?
I do.
Because I'm fat, and after the pandemic and stuff, I'm going to need to lose some weight. So I'm figuring I'll put on my Air Maxes.
I do not think you want to take my class.
Why wouldn't it? I ain't scared. I throw grown people around for a living on the weekends.
I teach burlesque.
I'm not wearing the outfits. I'm just gonna let you know now. I'm too big to be wearing the leotards and the little breasty thing that keep you swollen together. Corsica. Of course, that's what it called. I'm too big for all that old crap right there.
I told
But,
you didn't want to take my class.
I'm gonna get some exercise in. I'm just saying, I'm gonna get some exercise in, but I'm not wearing the outfit. I'm just
And
I'm just
he'll.
gonna wear my Air Maxes. That's it.
Oh my god.
Because I'm gonna need to look.
I do have other staff that teach classes. So we have a guy who teaches hip hop. We have a guy from St. Louis that comes once a month and he teaches breakdancing. We do have I have a lady who's a friend of mine, and she teaches urban ballroom dancing for adults.
Really?
Yes, and she's really good.
That's the stiff people.
No, urban ballroom. No.
Oh, that's the one where they be dancing and stuff.
It's like two-stepping. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You talking about that dancing with the stars and stuff like that?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you was talking about that stiff stuff. I'm like,
no. She's really good at what she does. I try to take her classes. Hers are Thursdays, from 7 to 8:30.
Okay, so where is your studio located at? Is that the same address?
Yeah, 4327 Truth. Yeah.
47 Truth or so. And how long have you been in business as far as a dance studio?
I have had this one for 2 years, and my California dance studio, which I have in California, and that one's been open since 2002.
Okay. So what else have you been in that we can go look and find and say we know somebody famous?
Ooh, back in like the late 90s, I did 2 Coca-Cola commercials. I did a Toys R Us commercial. I've done quite a bit. I worked with Omarion B2K. Worked with Hammer for a little bit. Just different artists.
Okay, which Hammer? The Preacher Hammer or the original Hammer who was partying?
It was like in between stages.
Oh, you got him before he got preaching. Yeah. Okay, because when he got to preaching,
my best friend still dances with him now to this day.
And does he even dance anymore?
Yes, they still do Too Legit to Quit. Same routine when we did it.
You know what? I need to find these people and ask them to stop. That's just it's just some things you just gotta.
What upsets me is that Hammer has more energy in his little pinky than I have ever had in my whole life. That man still can dance the way he danced from day one.
Yeah, I used to watch his reality show, and he got one of his kids is a dancer too, but dances more modernly. And they forever having, competitions, and he's brought his kid on.
Now they have, before the pandemic, they were on tour, and he has 2 of his kids that are singers, and they had a whole show wrapped around it. So the kids would come on, sing, and then Hammer would be the finale.
Okay, so what makes you get into the dancing and stuff like that? Because it seems like you have a real strong passion and desire for it that you made this a career.
I don't want to. I'm writing a book, so I kind of don't want to ruin it. But I have a book coming out that's called "Dance Saved My Life."
Dance saved my life. All right.
I have not had the best childhood. I was molested as a teenager. And when I was taken to counseling, that didn't help. When I went to dance, I literally stopped talking for a month and a half. And taking me to dance, my mom kept me in dance. That helped me. That actually, and that's why I cater to kids who are in foster homes and group homes, because a lot of those kids went through the same things that I went through. Like the foster parents that have their kids, I also go to court with them and help them out and help the kids. And believe it or not, it's therapy. Nobody wants to sit on a couch and talk to I'm not downing counseling at all, but when you're a child, that's another traumatic thing that happens to you when you have to go sit and talk to a stranger and not really know how to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then with dance, it helped me get out all my frustrations and help me work through all of the stuff that I was going through. So that's why I have such a big passion on helping kids.
Okay, so who taught you how to dance?
Ooh, my first dance team I was on was called the Young Americans, and my dance teacher is still in business to this day. So I go back once a year, and they have this huge party with all of the dance people who have been in her studio throughout the years.
Okay.
And that's what I do for my kids every year as well. We have an end of the year performance where the parents could come and, watch their kids. Some of the kids get awards. The kids get trophies. They get pictures and, just stuff like that. We have a dinner.
So you have like your own like award ceremony,
yes,
and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have like awards like Most Approved, Miss Congeniality, the funniest dancer. You have your clowns in every classroom.
Okay, so is it just mainly girls or females? Do you have male dancers?
We have 5 boys right now, and we are starting actually next month. We are going to have a drum major class. This friend of mine was a drum major, and he wants to do a drum majing competition class. So they would go to competitions as well, and it's going to be consisted of all boys.
Really?
Yeah.
So what type of dancing are they going to be doing?
Drum major.
Drum major. That's like the
head that heads up the band, and
Oh yeah, the band thingy. Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they be getting violent and intense in
that
thing right there. They be getting gangsta up and I've seen Drumline. I've been to a couple colleges.
Exactly.
They be ready to fight.
It's competitive. Yes.
That's what's up. I am so happy for you. I have been following you. We've been friends for a while, social media wise, and I want to throw a lot of support your way. So
Thank
what
you.
I'm actually going to do is every week up until your event, we are going to post this information on here. Let me post it again on here so everybody can see it. As far as this Halloween party and stuff. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna contact some people who I know, see if I can get them some support. I'm gonna try to get my SIFE organization, if everybody is available on that Tuesday, or at least one or two of us try to come out and just have some like you said, the trunk or treat thing, so we can have the kids come out, and do that. That's a dope thing right there. So do you plan on doing any more?
The streets are so dangerous right now that, even walking to the store, stuff happens. And with kids trying to trick or treat now, at least they have a safe place they can go and they can have fun for a couple hours, still get candy, be amongst friends, and, just have fun.
Okay. Yeah, and that's a really good thing though, because I think that the kids really do need, and I'm not the one that don't want to give up on them. I always offer my support and help and love towards these children because they are our future. I think, I had my nephew on here a couple of weeks ago, and he was talking about some of the things that he was going through with college and stuff, and the emotional aspect of what's going on with this pandemic. He had a real bad bout of anxiety and stuff, and and this stuff is real, and these kids need to know that they have our support as parents and stuff, that's on here. So not just as parents, but just as the community as a whole. And I think what you're doing is very awesome as far as still giving a place for these kids to be at, to hang out,
There's also another program, a couple of my high school students, because they go to Paseo, they're using my class for their credits. Because they do it in the regular school. So they're taking my dance classes and I'm writing off their credits because they're in class for an hour and a half. So they're using that as part of their dance credits.
So you're saying if I go back to school, go back to college, and they give me a dance class, I come down there and dance at your school and get it written off, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What if I got community service? Can I come sweep and do the bathrooms and stuff like that?
As long as it's not a felony or anything to do with child molestation or anything like that, you're more than welcome to. But I can't have sex offenders in my studio.
Absolutely. We completely understand that. We got to keep the babies safe. I was really being facetious, but that's a good thing, because that's a very hard thing to do as far as nowadays, because whatever the person may have, community service is hard to come by now with so much what's going on in the community. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to come by that, and like you said, it is getting very, very dangerous. One of the things that I wanted to talk about tonight is about, and as us being minorities, some of I call them the do's and the don'ts and the myths and the legends, about the stuff that's going on today. And I'm glad I got somebody on here that can help me kind of understand it. So, one of the things that people don't understand nowadays is by law, you can record anything in public.
Yeah.
The law says, came from the Supreme Court, that as long as the eye can see, you can record it. So the issue comes in when you have police pulling you over. They say, no, you can't record. Or, I've seen those YouTube videos. They be down at the federal building or, federal buildings. They say, you can't record this, you can't do that, or you need permission to do this. I'm letting everybody know now, you don't need permission. If somebody tells you, if I go into Walmart and I see you in Walmart having to record you, and you tell me you don't have my permission, my response is going to be like, what? Who you talking
to? That is so true, because there has been plenty of times, especially when I was on tour with the celebrities and we are getting recorded. We don't have a choice. We have to be recorded because it's freedom of speech. People can do what they want,
Absolutely. It is freedom of speech. Now, it used to be, but it was only for if money was to be made off that image or likeness, to where you had to sign a media clause in order for them to use that, or had to give your permission. But the Supreme Court had ruled past that. Unless you have it copywritten, that your image or your likeness cannot be used or sold therefore after. But as the average person, we don't have that clause.
Yeah.
And like I tell people, you can record anywhere. If you see police doing anything or having police interaction, quote unquote, I always suggest people that they record.
And that's not even just with the police, but that's just with anybody in general. Because when you say, like, I saw this on Facebook the other day. This mom, I guess, ended up jumping one of the girls that jumped her daughter, which I thought it was wrong all the way around, because first of all, you're an adult. You should conduct yourself as an adult. These are children. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So they were recording it. She went back and she tried to sue them because they were recording her.
And she probably looked like an idiot because you can record pretty much anything.
What are you doing? Yeah, exactly. But she knew she was going to be in trouble, though, because she knew she was in the wrong.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, one of the other do's and don'ts that I tell people that you have to watch out for, not just recording, but when you get pulled over by the police, you have the right to remain silent. Suspicion is not a crime. You do not have to cooperate with an investigation. So what's been going on is police will pull you over and they'll say, well, I'm detaining you. They say, for what? Suspicious activity. There is no penal code that for suspicious activity. Or they say that you fit the description, right?
Oh my God.
This is what cracks me up, right? They say, well, you fit the description. Let me see your ID. Well, you said somebody told you that I look like something. Did they give you my name? No. So what do you need my ID for to know who my name is? We're going just off the description. That cracks me up because there was just a couple of stories that I seen that people were there was two joggers, had got pulled over. They said you matched this description, but they're asking for their ID. What people don't understand is it is not your job to help the police look for felons. They're not even supposed to ask you if you are in prison or got a felony or anything like that.
Right. Or you have any warrants.
Right. If you have any warrant, that's an invasion of privacy. You getting my ID to check for warrants and stuff is against the law because that is an invasion of privacy.
Right.
Now, if you are going to charge me with the crime, then you can do that. But I have to be physically charged with the crime. And people don't understand. Now, yes, it doesn't always work for our people. Because we know
it's very hard because our young people don't necessarily know the laws. And they're so scared of the police that they just kind of, try to appease them in a way. Because my sons were actually pulled over not too long ago in California. And one of my sons is disabled. He was in a car accident last year, and he's paralyzed from the neck down. So his nurse that takes him to the doctor, and my other son were stopped by the police in the van that the guy was taking my son to the doctor. And the police said that they were driving erratically. And he said, "Officer, I wasn't driving erratically. I tried not to hit a dog."
Oh, wow.
And I have a disabled man in the back. I don't want him getting hurt. And they literally took my son out of the car and tried to get him out of his wheelchair. Now, like I said, my son has no mobility from the neck down.
So, wait a minute. Your son is in a wheelchair, and the police wanted to take him out of the wheelchair, well, out of the car. He's disabled.
Yeah.
Now, my question is, and I ask stupid questions because I'm stupid. That's what I tell you.
No question is stupid.
What was that going to solve?
They seen 3 Hispanic and 1 African American male in a car, and the car swerved. So they're thinking automatically, okay, they're drunk or they're doing something dumb. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, my son was smart enough to call me, and I got on speaker and I told this guy, my son is a paraplegic. If you take him out of that chair, you're going to kill him.
That's
like,
crazy.
There's no way that, even if he was paralyzed from the waist down, they're like, well, ma'am, we have to search him. We don't know if he has a gun on him. I'm like,
see, that's that bull stuff right there. And I'm sorry. You know what? Let me tell it like it is. That's just bullshit. You know, I cuss on the show. Now, real quickly, let me interrupt you real quickly. I have selected a person for my random acts of kindness. That person know who she is. If you got that random act of kindness, do me a small favor and put a high five up there with 100%. She know who she is. She gonna post it in the comment. That's what I need you to do. You watch the show. We are all on here. If you got the random acts of kindness, I selected somebody. I do this every 2 weeks. We gonna do some more next week. Okay, now back to this story because now I'm about to start cussing, and I'm a cusser. I'm trying to be a good Christian, but it ain't working too well.
Right? I have a potty mouth. I said I need to have a beep button on my podcast.
No. My beep button is to keep cussing even more. That is my beep. Every time I cuss, beep, cuss some more, beep, cuss some more. So they saw 3 Hispanics and a black male in the car, and all of a sudden it's an issue. And now that's the part that pisses me off about today's society due to the fact that they approach minorities differently than they approach Caucasians. And like I tell people, I'm not being racist. I just got to tell the truth the way I see it. I just watched the video where
I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I try to always have that mentality, like there's going to be evil in every person, every ethnicity, every group that you're dealing with. But at the end of the day, it's hard as a parent to trust that your kid's going to be safe out there because of the way the society is today. Like, I never thought that would happen to my son that was already disabled and has been through a lot. You know what I mean? And that's harsh. Like, what if something would have happened? Like, what if he would have been hurt because the police were a little rough or having a bad day or whatever? You know what I mean? That's the part that's frustrating. But at the same time, it's kind of like we have bad people all around. Look at the little boy who just got shot and killed.
Yeah, I saw that.
it's just horrible how the world is becoming so like we're about to have the end of the world type of thing.
You know, people say that the end of the world is coming. My response is, it's been coming. They've been saying that for the last 150 years. Where they did, yeah. You know, I also, you know, my biggest thing is, in today's world, I don't like today's world. I really don't. It's sad that when I get up in the morning, that before I go out, I have to make sure that I have my keys, my wallet, my mask, and my pistol, just to go around the corner to the gas station.
Okay, but you're a male. Okay, let me tell you what it's like on a woman's perspective. Okay, not only do you have to worry about it's being a Hispanic woman at that. Not only do you have to have your mask, you know, and I do carry a gun. You know what I mean? I was brought up with 5 brothers, you know, and we all went hunt. They taught us how to shoot guns very early on, you know, but as a female, it's a little bit more tricky. I don't go to a gas station at night by myself. I don't go into I don't go to Walmart by myself.
Well, I don't even go to Walmart, period. So I agree with you on that one.
Human trafficking, can we say that?
I don't fool. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I don't go to Walmart. Call me Patty Mike, call me whatever you want to call me. The reason why I don't go to Walmart is because I am waiting on somebody to stop me and ask me for my receipt.
They did that to me the other day when I took my elderly neighbor to the store and she cussed them out.
Let me tell you, now I have looked it up. I have contacted Walmart. Nowhere in their policy, for anywhere in their written documents, does it say that it is a policy or a mandate that they randomly stop you for a receipt. And I did a show about this about 4 months ago, right? And this is before I was doing it on my phone when I first started doing this. I did a show about this. Now they have something, I forgot the term that it's called, but they do have, if you sign a contract like Sam's Club, where you're in a membership, that it's in their contract that they can ask you for that, or you show proof of purchase. Yes. Because it is a private entity, you pay for a membership. This is in the contract. Walmart does not do that. And I have seen so many videos, and the one that turned me on was there's a Walmart on 350 Highway. I actually saw a video like that where this dude, they spent like $400 or $500. This is an African-American couple. And then lady randomly stops them and says, well, let me see your receipt. Now, I know me, when I go grocery shopping, I don't care too much about them. Personally, I don't. Unless it's an item that I may return back. But for me, I work hard for my money. And if you stop me for my receipt, that's like accusing me of stealing. All right, exactly. I did not just get my big ass up out the bed, put on clothes when we're in a pandemic, when I work from home, and I don't like putting on clothes any dang on way, you know. I done stood in this line, shopped and everything, for you to stop me and ask me for my receipt. Because what do most people do with the receipt? They crumple up, put it in their purse, their bag. We're trying to get to our vehicle to the next destination. And if you saw my purse, you'd never find that receipt. My point exactly. You know, I look at it half the time. I don't care. You know, I just throw it away. You know, but for you to sit and it has never happened to me. Thank God. Because if it did, I would most likely go to jail. We almost went to jail. I am, because you will not stop me. And I'm going to keep going. If you grab my basket, I'm going to slap you. There's no two ways about it. Why are you touching my stuff? Like that you bought with your money. I bought with my own hard-earned money. It just, I can't deal with stuff. That's like, you know, I posted my shirt about I wish a can would. I'm waiting on the can. I need a crazy white lady to call me out my name and out my race. And I'm going to cuss her smooth. Look, that's why I go to 3 churches. Because I need prayer. You know what I mean? I can smack you with some holy water if you want. Girl, I need holy water. I need holy bread. I need holy clothes. I need Buddha, Confucius, Muhammad. I need all the homeboys that's in the
God.
because I'm not right. I just know that I'm not right. Straight out. I just know that I'm not right.
That's true, though. It shouldn't be like that. That's why I don't like going to Walmart either.
You know, I don't even go to what. You know what my store that I go to? I'll go spend $100 at the Dollar General every weekend than go to Walmart.
Oh, you need to stay tuned for my next challenge. We're doing a drugstore challenge, makeup challenge. I cannot use anything from my brand or anything from any other brands unless it's from the dollar store or the drugstores. That's it.
You know what? I might have to get in this challenge because Dollar General, look, the Dollar General around the corner from my house loves me so much that they gave me a neck gate with the letters DG that's only for employees.
Oh,
I'm a valued customer. And I wear my neck gate everywhere I go. People like, and it just so happened at my club, some lady works there. She was like, "You work at Dollar General?" I said, "No, I'm customer appreciation." She said, "That's sad." Cause I literally go every weekend. I probably spend about $100 at the Dollar General.
I do too for the kids. I bring them waters and snacks and stuff on Saturdays because we have our competition classes, so they're there for 2 hours. So we do like chips and sodas and waters. Well, Gatorades and waters, no sodas.
Okay, so this is what I am going to do for you because I appreciate you coming on the show. So Stephanie Graham said, "Wow, it's so amazing. Thank you so much." She was my random person that I chose for some random actions. Yeah, she's on the watch party. She's not on the profile.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably why I can't see her.
Yeah, she's on the watch party. Just go back. What I do is I do the profile here, and I got another screen where I'm doing the watch. Girl, I got 3 screens up here. I'm gonna get it together one of these days.
I was gonna say my podcast, we just have the cameras right there, and we're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, all live at the same time.
I gotta do the Instagram. I mean, there's a way that I can do the Instagram on this stream right here. I just ain't figured out yet.
A podcast, the radio podcast.
Oh, do what now?
Oh, my said who was I talking to? Because he heard a man's voice. He's you know, I'm single, so he's like, who are you talking to?
He all right, they cool. He ain't gonna come after me. I got that teacher. Look, I got that teacher right. Yeah, I mean, I got that teacher right there.
He's a hormonal teenager. Do not show him that picture.
Yeah, let's see that teacher. That's my girl right there.
He said that's his girl in the background. Come look. Hold on. He's got a naked girl right there.
Get out of here.
He said, "Get out of here." He's a Fortnite person.
So what I'm gonna do for you, not this week, next week. Let me see the date so I make sure I get it right. And I'm saying it live on my show, and I'm gonna bring you back on the show to do it. I am going to do a random act of kindness for you. So let me see here real quick. So today's the 22nd. On the 3rd, no, not the 3rd. We'll do it 2 weeks from today on the 6th.
Okay.
I'm going to bring you back on the show just to show everybody that I mean business and I mean what I say, and I'm serious about supporting local people. I am going to do a huge random act of kindness. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm going to bring you on the show in front of everybody so you'll know. They know what we're doing. And so mark your calendar on the 6th of October. I'm going to bring Miss April from Explosion Studios.
Extreme Explosion.
Excuse me, let me get this right. If I get cussed out, no son in the background there to beat me up and everything. You know, from Extreme Explosion Studios, I'm going to do a random act of kindness for her, specifically for her. I'm going to do some more, but specifically for her on the 6th, I'm going to bring you back on the show. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm going to put a package together just to support your event and to support you as a small business owner. You know, we really appreciate I myself appreciate what you do. as far as in the community is concerned, taking your gift and your talent and being able to apply it to these children, giving them a place to come. As far as I know, it's hard as a single person, single mom, as a business owner. I have a business, so I completely understand. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. I know my audience appreciate you. I get about 600 views every week, and
if you want to come up, it's free. So,
I want you to keep on doing what you're doing. Hold your head up. God is going to bless you in every endeavor that you have. From the Let's Talk Tuesday First Amendment podcast, we give you the claps.
Thank you.
I saw that from
button looks like the applause button.
Yeah. I got that coming. I got a whole bunch of stuff coming. And for everybody that don't know, I'm going to show you as well. Let me get this ticker out the way real quick. I am going to, let's see here. Get this, that's in the way. I got the new merch line out. Bam, let me show it. Oh, I got to get in the camera. Oh. That's my new merch line.
Nice.
That's not a shirt right there. It says the Let's Talk Tuesday First Amendment podcast. I got shirts available. I'm in the process of ordering some more shirts. I only ordered a few because I wanted to do like a test run.
Send me the link so I can put it on Facebook.
Okay. I haven't got the link yet. I just did a couple of test phases about the shirts and everything.
We have merch too. We have for our little girls, we have if the tutu fits, wear it. Then we have for our boys can dance too. And then we also have our Extreme Explosion Dance KC t-shirts.
Okay, most definitely. And what I'm gonna do is inbox me all that the information, the link, and all that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna constantly post it all week. I'm gonna do some videos next week. Next week I got a single show coming out where I'm gonna have a couple of people. We're gonna be talking about what it is to be single in today's age. And this is what I mean by it's gonna be raw, uncut, and straight.
I'll be watching that show and I will be commenting.
I promise you what I mean. I had to find the right people to get on this show because I just didn't want this to be any well, how does it feel to be single? What do you expect? No, we talking about thirst traps, thirst buckets, thirst everything.
And it's not in just the male anymore; it's in females too.
Yes, I'm having them. I'm still working on it. I wanted to have 2 males and 2 females to get a full panel, but I think I found the right balance between 1 male and 1 female.
Nice.
Both of them are artists and they got their own music stuff going on. And I'm gonna build the flyer up and I'll put it out there. You don't want to miss this show.
Oh no, I'll be there.
And I'm gonna tell you the reason why. People say why? Because I'm gonna be answering the questions.
Uh-oh. That's scary.
Yes, I am going now. I guess I put it out there for people to DM me, inbox me about if you have any questions that you may want to know, or I will put them in there. But I'm going to be the one asking some questions,
right?
And I'm not taking no shorts. You got to have thick skin to be on this, to listen. I'm asking why is that every time I see a woman on social media, she got to twerk. When twerking is not working for her, when her back look like a number 2 pencil, what is she bouncing?
Told you I don't twerk. I don't know why.
I'm just saying. That's how you get scoliosis. Why is it that these dudes is walking around with their pants around their kneecaps looking like Penguin off the Batman? But you say you want to fight me, we're going to keep pulling up your pants. Every time you pull up your pants, we'll smack you.
Right, the back of the head.
Right. These are some questions we're going to ask. We're going to ask questions like, why is it that in order for me to prove my worth to you, I got to do your grocery bill shopping? Or I got to pay your light bill. Or you must, I had one girl told me, this is some years ago, I was trying to talk to her, and she said in order for me to get her number, I had to pay a cell phone bill. I said, so you must have got that notice from cricket that your bridge payment of $12 didn't go through.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
That's what that was. You need that by midnight, 12:01.
I
You ain't
got a
gonna get that
DM
call.
today. I got a DM today by some old man, at least in his 80s, talking about I'm looking for a sugar baby.
I don't even know what that is, but
I had to Google it.
I'm about to Google it. What is a sugar baby? I know what a sugar daddy and a sugar mama is. So is he looking? What is a sugar baby? Help me out here. I'm lost now.
Google it, because I had to Google it. I was offended afterwards. I had to block him. I said, "Boy,
what you should have said is, do you got your 401k? Do you got your disability? Social Security?
Oh my god!
If you do, when you plan on dying, so we can make this happen. I needs to be in the way. No, that's a whole nother conversation.
Exactly.
A whole other thing.
Oh my god! No way.
This is why I'm doing the single show.
I will definitely be listening in.
And then see, I got a whole series that I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna break it out a little bit. I'm gonna do a single show, then I'm gonna do a married couple show, and then I'm also gonna do a same-sex show. You know, I think that
I'm on a radio show.
Well, go ahead. We'll wait.
No, you can listen in. No, that's just my friend. He's a photographer. But yeah. Yes, I'm on the radio right now. Go to Facebook. You can see it. Go to Facebook.
I'm waiting.
You can see it.
On my show. I'm waiting. This is why I love doing my show. Like, really, this is...
We're in the middle of doing all the pictures from my from the last show that I did. So we're trying to distribute them to different vendors and yeah.
This is on my show, and I'm being told to wait on my show. While she take a phone call.
It's
on
April.
My show.
That's the thing. People, I think that's why I'm single. I'm just like a bossy person.
That is not why you're single, April. That is not why you're single.
Yes, it is.
You want to know the reason why you're single?
Why?
Because you're crazy as hell. We're just gonna leave it like that. Bossy is not even in there.
Okay,
We're gonna say you're crazy.
Okay, this is for your show that's gonna be talking about dating. Why does every man think it is okay to call a woman crazy?
Same reason why y'all call us crazy.
I don't call men crazy. I call you guys some other shit, but not crazy.
My point exactly. That's crazy for you to call us some other shit, then call us what we really are. Is crazy. Don't you see the math?
No, listen. That's one thing I'm not going to do is call somebody crazy, because then that's going to bring the crazy out of them.
Absolutely. That's why they're crazy.
I don't know if you saw my Facebook earlier, but I put this TikTok on. This little kid was telling teenage kid was telling his mom in Spanish, "Don't burn the food," because she's over there dancing. And he's like, "I told you that." Yeah, and then she throws a spoon at him. That is exactly me.
You know what? Have you seen, and we're about to get out of here real soon, have you seen the TikToks about the shut up pranks? You know what? I watched that. I watched that show. And I'm just going to be real. That you can tell, and you can tell a white parent and a black parent or a Mexican parent. Because I seen the Mexican dude, he was sitting there eating, and he just jumped up and ran after him. And he just got the cussing in Spanish. They had to go hold him back. So you see the black parent, the kid said, "Shut up, Mom." He said, what did he say?
He said,
He
"Boy."
Jumped up, chased him up the stairs. By the time Mom got up there, he got the kid upside down by his feet. I was just going to beat the hell out of him. And then you see the white parent, "Shut up, Mom." Is he for real? Did he just talk to you? Hell no. That TikTok is going to get some kids killed or beat up.
Exactly.
I think it's funny. I love seeing the reactions of different people and stuff. You can always tell the different parenting styles, right?
The different cultures.
You can tell different cultures as well.
So similar.
Very similar.
Back in the day, in our age, did not play.
Nah, I couldn't tell my mama shut up. I wouldn't be here on the show right now. I'd probably be disabled myself because she would probably beat me till I was unconscious.
I think it was like last year when I went back to California, and then my mom came back with me, and so I was cooking and I burned myself, and I said, "Oh shit!" She backhanded me and was
As a
like,
grown woman.
she said, "I don't care if this is your house. I don't care if you're grown, but you will not talk like that while I am in this kitchen."
That's crazy.
My son's like, "Damn, you just smacked her."
Well, my mama is a caterer, right? And she has what we call slave utensils. She has these big, oversized, like whisk and bowl paddles and stuff. And the running joke is she went to slavemaster.com and got all these utensils.
Oh wow!
Because she cooks for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I know if I said, "Mom, just shut up," boy. I said, my mom would take that big ass boat paddle and beat, and I'm big. I'm 5'6", 265, and she hit me all upside my head with that old paddle. So I didn't know what you mean though.
Yeah.
But we gonna get out of here, y'all. I just want to thank Miss April from.
For having me. I really appreciate it.
Let me say it right. Extreme Explosion Dance Studio. Did I say it correctly?
Yeah, you did.
All right. I had to make sure I said it right. So she also has a Halloween party October 27th at Extreme Explosion Dance Studio, 4327 Troost Avenue, Kansas City, Missouri, 64110, 5 p.m. Doors open. As I told her, on the 6th of next month, I'm going to do a major random act of kindness for her. She's all type of movie. I'm going to check out Save the Last Dance to see this white boy dancing. And then I'm going to see her, and she says she was an extra. And you got served, right?
Yeah, it's the first one. I'm in the first scene.
The first scene with the K2B people, right? I'm going to look that up.
Okay.
Yeah, right, them too. Right, but she's on the gram. She's on Facebook. We're going to keep her back on here. But I thank you. I appreciate you, April, for coming in with me. Much love, much success to you. Have a great night, sweetheart.
Bye. Have a good night.
All right, y'all. That's my girl, April. We love her dearly. Thank her for tuning in and rocking with me tonight with the Let's Talk Tuesday First Amendment podcast, where we talked about some do's, some don'ts, some myths, some legends, where we did some random acts of kindness. Shout out to my girl, Stacey Graham, who received that blessing. You was much love. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that blessing will do you some good and help you out. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into the Let's Talk Tuesday First Amendment podcast. Check out my girl, Tisha, in the back. I know she rock with me every Tuesday. It's about time for me to go, y'all. Thank you. Check out the merch line. Bye-down. I got the merch line coming up. Check out my new logo. Let me show y'all one more again. Here is the new logo. That logo is going to be on my merch line. That's the headphones with the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast. And guess what, y'all? Got the business on cards. So if you know anybody got a local business that want to be shouted on here, if you got a local business and you want to come on the show, I'm looking for all local businesses that want to come on the show. I want to sponsor you. I want to get you out there. This show gets about 600 views every week. I appreciate everybody for tuning into the Let's Talk Tuesday First Amendment podcast. Stay tuned next week for more stuff, more comments. Y'all know this is the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast, where ain't no subject taboo, where we talk about things that don't nobody else want to talk about. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank my guest, April, for coming on here again. Extreme Explosion Studios. She got the Halloween party October 27, 4327 Troost Avenue, Kansas City, Missouri, 64110. Doors open at 5 o'clock, y'all. Check her out. She does a lot for the community. I appreciate y'all for tuning into the Let's Talk Tuesday First Amendment podcast. As I always say in my podcast, and as we go, be loved, be blessed, and peace.